Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 27th of December 2018. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's morning session. I hope you're all feeling relaxed after Christmas, for those who are celebrating Christmas, of course. So yep, I hope you have had a fantastic time. So you're all feeling refreshed for these remaining 2 days of trading. As always, before we start off the session, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute an investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay guys, so now then let's jump into the charts. Now, the first one I want to touch on here is the DAX. Now, certainly, as you probably are aware, yesterday we had a fantastic day in the equity markets, in the US equity markets. The European markets were closed yesterday due to this, of course, Boxing Day in some countries. Yep, so what we could expect here, of course, we could see a bit of a follow through if the market continues to rise, if the yesterday's this positive trading activity is going to roll over into the US into the EU session. So looking at DAX, basically what we can see here is that on 24th, on Monday, DAX closed in the positive territory here, and closed around the 10,633. So looking at the cash index right now, you can see that we could see a bit of a gap here towards the upside. So it could open slightly higher here. So in a way, looking at this index overall, you can see that this level right here at around 10,600 level kind of provides good support here, even though I do understand that you can see that the level kind of got broken a few times here to the downside, where the index managed to reach the 10,520 zone approximately there, but quickly kind of reversed back up here to, and went back above the 10,600 level. So what you should kind of in a way keep an eye on here, for those who are more familiar with different technical analysis and different technical different candle patterns. I mean, this could be seen as a so-called tweezers, but I mean, again, it's a bit subjective. So this could be seen as a potential reversal signal here. But then again, like I said, we had a few times when we did have some reversal signals, and actually the market kind of continued running in the same direction as it was. So for now, just keep this in mind. This could be seen as a potential reversal signal. Again, I'm not saying that this would just run here higher and regain all the losses here, but still, nevertheless, we could see maybe a bit of upside here. And the main level that we're going to be keeping an eye on here is the 11,000 level, the psychological 11,000. So we're not far from that, of course, relatively speaking. If this market is going to open up today here in the positive territory and going to close the day in the positive territory, we could see maybe a bit of a rally here back towards the psychological 11,000 level. And if we do get a nice pop here above this, then yep, further acceleration to the upside could be possible as well. So for now, guys, certainly we could see maybe a bit of a follow through into the upside here, of course, due to the a nice good rally that we had yesterday in the US equity markets. So for now, of course, from the very short term perspective and looking at the 4-hour chart here, keep your eyes on this little area here, the 10,685 zone, approximately there. A nice good pop could fill up this little gap and drive the index towards the 10,750, 755, something like that, approximately there. But slightly above that, we do have another better one, which is the 10,825 level, a break of which could be that gateway towards the psychological 11,000. So for now, certainly we could see maybe a bit of a rise here. Certainly still keep in mind that we do have some negativity around the whole issue of the US government being shut down. So of course, if there's not going to be much news coming out around that aspect today, then yep, we could see maybe a bit of a rally here to the upside, maybe just to regain a few some of the losses here that were made in the equity markets. But if suddenly, let's say, more negativity starts coming out, then if this starts dropping here below, and if it drops below this level that I was talking about, the 10,520 zone, approximately there, and this is where you could then brace yourself for a possible retest of the 10,400 level. And just to kind of show you what that level was here in the past, the 10,400 level was just about here, and which was the low, or should I say near the lows. Let me just kind of get this back here. So it was near the lows of December time here of 2016. So keep your eyes on that one, guys. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Let's see how that performs today, especially. And like I said, there is an equal chance, of course, of this one traveling back up here, maybe for a bit of recovery. But again, let's not over speculate. Let's see how the market opens, how the market reacts to everything, and always don't forget to have your stop losses in place. Jumping into FTSE quickly as well. So looking at this daily chart, also kind of got held here near this area here, near this key area of support, near the 6,675 level. And last time that was tested, or shouldn't say last time, but it acted as a very nice area of support here back on the 6th of December. Certainly going back into history here, you can see that how this level played out here back in the in December 2016 and November 2016. So quite an important level. So we could see maybe a bit of a rebound here, but probably from looking at from the short-term perspective. And let me just jump back into the 4-hour chart. So in a way, you could take more of a cautious maybe position here. Maybe wait until this gets back above the 6,790, and then of course aim for slightly higher levels. For those who are more adventurous, you could in a way keep an eye on this level here, the 6,720. But the only thing is here that even if it travels above this level, we do have the 21 EMA here shown as the yellow line on the 4-hour chart. So it could stall the rate, which is also not far from this R1. At 6,750, and this is where it could become interesting, because this is where the price could get held. But then again, like I said, be very careful. If you are trading something like that, then don't forget to have your stop loss in place. In a way, you could place your stop loss somewhere around here, around these lows at 6,665, or at least, let's say, if you're already in profit here, if you're running this position here higher, then yep, probably to be on the safe side, just put your stop loss here just above the entry price, just in case this reverses sharply back down and starts aiming for these lows, this key support area around 6,675, a break of which could open the path towards the much lower levels here at 6,610 zone, approximately there. So certainly if this travels further up here, then yep, keep your eyes on this 6,790 level. It will be interesting to see what it wants to do with it. If it wants to break it, that's perfect. We could see this one traveling further up here, maybe just a little while more, at least towards the 6,915 zone, which was marked here near the highs of the around mid-December, and also marked as a nice support here on of the 23rd of November. So keep your eyes on that one, guys. Ethereum, now this is one of those cryptos that I wanted to show you. So last week it had a fantastic run, and you can see that on the 24th of December it managed to reach a new high. And to be honest, let me just jump back into the 4-hour chart on this one. So you can see that it managed to reach a new high, which was here near the 159 level, so 159.50 approximately there. So it managed to reach that, and since then it kind of retraced back down, and now it's kind of breaking this little short-term upside support line that has been running here from the lows of the 17th of December. Now certainly, of course, this kind of could be seen maybe a bit of a as a bearish sign, but the only thing is that looking at this 4-hour chart, as long as it remains above this 200 EMA shown as the black line here, so as long as it's going to remain above it, we're still going to aim for higher levels, even though we did have this break here of this short-term upside support line. In a way, you could see this as a bit of a tentative one, but again, guys, keep your eyes on it, be very careful. For those who want to play it a bit more safe, I would say, then you could in a way wait and see what it wants to do here, because if it travels lower, let me just actually adjust a few lines here, guys, because this is a bit of an old one here. So in a way, you could keep an eye on something like this at an area of around 117 mark, something like that. Basically, as you can see, it also coincides here with this 200 EMA. So if it starts breaking it to the downside, then yep, we could start aiming for maybe slightly lower levels, but then again, it would be only from the short-term perspective, because to be honest, for us, let's say, to start looking at much lower levels in the long run, we would need to see this one maybe dropping back down here, back below the 96.50 level, or even actually going all the way down below the 81 zone. But then again, looking at this picture, we could see maybe this could be seen just as a slight recovery, retracement, or recovery correction. My bad on this one. So could be seen as a little correction here, but then again, it will be interesting to find where this crypto will find its support. So if of course that is seen as a correction, so that's why guys, for now, be very careful here. Keep an eye on this 117 zone, approximately there. If this drops lower but then fails to kind of drop below this 117 area, and fails to, let's say, drop below this 200 EMA here on the 4-hour chart, then we could see maybe a rebound back up here, and then you could aim for the 133 level again. But if this could be that safe play here for those who are more on the cautious side, because a nice good pop above this could potentially lead this one higher. And let me just remove this line. It's no longer relevant, because this is where we're going to aim here. Is we're going to aim for these highs, these recent highs that we saw around the 24th of December, and that was approximately 151 level, and then slightly above that as well, we do have this this much higher level around the 159.50 level that I was talking about. So yep, we could then target those, but then again, guys, for now, probably be very cautious. We're in a bit of a tricky spot here, so in a way, this is the arrow showing forward that cautious trade, this potential trade. Of course, if still you are thinking of entering something like that, don't forget your stop loss, and your stop loss could be around here at around 117 level. So because a nice good drop below that level could open the path towards much lower levels. Jumping into euro dollar, and the euro dollar is a bit of a interesting one, if you can put it that way. So of course, we're still trading above this. Well, I can't. It's a bit of a tentative one, because we had a few breaks here. You can see that, and yesterday as well, we had a break below this line. So now it rebounded back up. Again, we should probably say that as long as it remains kind of intact, then we should kind of aim for higher levels. The only problem is that this line kind of keeps getting broken here, and in a way, this kind of raises concerns about its credibility and how important this line is. So just for now, keep this line as just a gauge, and just kind of something that would support your main analysis here. So in a way, looking from the short-term perspective, you can see that it's right now the pair is on the move lower. So in a way, it's kind of, we can see, we could potentially say maybe it's coiling up here. So in a way, what we're going to keep an eye on, we're going to keep an eye on a few of these higher levels here. Certainly on, we're going to take these levels around here, around the 114.20 zone. So a nice good pop above that level could open the path towards higher levels. levels like the 114.45 area, approximately there, 42, 45, a break of which could open the path then towards the 114.86, which was last week's high. So keep your eyes on that one again. For now, guys, it's a bit of a tricky one, that's what I'm saying. So probably until it's kind of trading in this little zone here, we're just going to stay neutral on it, because if this suddenly starts dropping and breaks this short-term upside support line here and breaks below these lows, these yesterday's lows near the 113.40 level, this could then open the path towards much lower levels. Now probably we need to get rid of a few lines here. Now probably some of the levels are now going to become a bit irrelevant. So what we're going to keep an eye on here is a nice good drop below excuse me, a nice good drop below the 113.40 level could mean that this is going to create a new lower low from this reversal that we had here on the 20th of December, and this is where we're going to aim for then for the 113.05, the 113 level. But if that doesn't hold, well, we do have a much better area of support here near the 112.70 zone, which was marked here by the lows of the 14th of December. So keep your eyes on that one, guys. For now, be very careful, as this could be a bit tricky. So yep, let's see how this performs. But like I said, on the upside, probably from the short-term perspective, keep an eye on the 114.20. On the downside, the 113.40 level. And the last pair I wanted to quickly touch on, and that's USDJPY. Yesterday had a fantastic run to the upside. You can see, of course, the market recovery, the equity market recovery helped that a little bit, or should I say not a little bit, but a lot. And of course, the yen dumping started, and of course the usual activity that we see in the end of the month. So let's see how that plays out today. I mean, certainly for now, looking at this picture, and let me just jump quickly back into the 4-hour chart, you can see it's still trading above the pivot, which is a positive thing for today. If it continues to trade above that, we're still going to aim for these highs, these recent highs at near the 111.45. A nice good break above that level could open the path back towards these higher levels, and especially we're going to keep an eye on this 112.20 zone, which was marked here by these lows that we saw here in around the 18th of December and the beginning of December as well. So it acted as a very nice area of support, but then got broken on the 20th of December. So now it could become a nice area of resistance. So keep your eyes on that one, especially if we're gonna get a nice pop above the 111.45 level. So on the downside, certainly if this drops below the pivot, this could raise a few eyebrows from the bull side, and maybe this could start spooking them. But especially if we get a nice drop here below the 110.80 level, 88, 82, something like that. So if we do get a drop here below this 110.82, then we could see maybe a bit of a correction here to the downside. Again, for us to start looking at much lower levels, we would need to see a drop below these lows that we saw around the 25th of December. And that would be around the psychological 110 level. So this is the new important area of support that we're going to keep on monitoring, the 110. A drop below that could, yep, open the path towards much lower levels. Okay, guys, I hope you found it useful, and I do apologize for running a little bit over my time, but nevertheless, thank you very much for sticking around and watching and listening. And if you want to join me later on, I'm at Traders Tea Time, and that's 14:15 GMT time. But for now, I hope you have a fantastic trading day. Bye for now.